यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ओम ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषद्भ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Lord Shri Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita. Now we are about to begin chapter number 13. Now this 13th chapter is the beginning chapter of the third Shatkam. As we already know, this Bhagavad Gita contains 18 chapters. These 18 chapters have been divided into 3 portions. Every portion is known as Shatkam. We call it Shatkam because in which it contains 6 chapters. Shashti means 6. Shatkam means that which contains 6 chapters. The Prathama Shatkam, which contains 6 chapters. Those 6 chapters deals a topic of Vedanta, the topic which is known as Tvam Padartha Visheshaha. Then the second Shatkams, the 6th chapter from 7 to 12, it deals with the topic which is known as Tatpada Vicharaha. At Tatpada Vishesha Arthaha. So why I have to, or one has to study these 2 kinds of aspects? Otherwise we cannot understand what the life is, why the life is. So many answers have been given by Lord Krishna, but in a proper way, so that a person can understand the knowledge step by step. So Bhagavad Gita brings with the topic of an individual. Now life consists both aspects, individual aspects and collective aspects. That collective aspects which deals about the worldly materials and about God. One should come to know about himself first. The life is to begin, or it has to be begun with self-knowledge. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna taught Arjuna, who was very elegant and thorough with his job, and who was a courageous one, and who was the great warrior, and he was well-reputed person in his contemporary. But still he was lacking of the self-knowledge. Lacking of self-knowledge is dangerous in one's life. Life should not be begun without the self-knowledge. That is what Krishna's way of looking the life. If I ask you people, do you know about yourself completely? You may say, yes, I know about myself. What do you know about yourself? I know about my parents. I am son of so and so, and I belong to this community. I am male or female. All the definitions, all the knowledge which we own, all of them belong to this Sharira, the born device, which is perishing, means which is decaying in every seconds. It keep decaying. This mortal body has been said as our identification, which is absolutely wrong. And people started living with that data which are provided by parents and society. We feel very bad when we come to know these data are false. Means these data only refer to this body. That body is keep undergoing the modifications. Then you become restless. And also this knowledge which is given by or which are given by parents, society, friends and by the educational institution, all of them are adding adjective. When you are named Ramanathan, then your father name is added, Ramanathan Ilango. And this Ramanathan Ilango has been added few more adjective. MA, MBIL, MBA, MBBS, PhD, all these things are added, We keep on adding the adjective as much as possible. It means what? We are lengthening our name for what? So whatever the zero you put, without putting a number in the beginning, that's what the life is. All this knowledge of worldly things are equal to zero. When you are aware about yourself completely, I mean the Atma Jnanam, the knowledge about the self is equal to a number which is kept in the beginning. So when you put a number in the beginning, then you can add 0, 0, 0, the value will be added. Vedanta prescribes a special life, a unique life, the life which is prescribed by the Shastra, in which you add everything. By adding everything, you are not going to increase your ability. By not adding anything, you are not also going to decrease from anything. A knowledge which gives completeness. That knowledge about himself was given from the first section, means first Shatkam. Jiva Swarupaha, the real nature about an individual person is initiated to Arjuna. The Arjuna represents all jivas. Therefore, we were lacking this knowledge for 1,000 janmas. We were not provided. If we would have provided this knowledge, our life would have been something different. We would have become celestial being. We won't suffer. Still we are suffering. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita begins with the knowledge of the self. When you are aware about yourself, you see your life completely changes. And also you will find more glories about your personal life. Bhagavan Krishna begins the Atma Vidya from the second chapter. Second chapter is named as Sankhya Yoga. It means two kinds of knowledge of the universe. One knowledge is about totality. Another knowledge is about an individual person. Now, individual person has got body, mind and sense complex. He has to be given the details about the body, mind and sense complex. One should become aware about the system which is used for the lifespan. I should know about my own Sharira. Swamiji, we have so many field for that. If you go for medical field, you will come to know thoroughly about your system. The knowledge which are provided from the science of medical, they are only talking about the physical aspects, gross aspects of my body. They are not even talking or explaining about my subtle system. But Vedanta introduces, you have gross section, subtle section, causal section. You have three kinds of aspects. The gross body, which is caused by or which is because of gross five elemental aspects. Then subtle system, which is because of the five subtle elements. Not only that, Buddhi, Prakriti Tattva. So Prakriti is introduced in the second level, but in the first level itself, it introduced in other form, in a form of karma. Now we have to understand all the aspects of our device, and we should also understand about real self. So my question is, how these people are not aware about this education? In all songs, even in all devotional song, it is kept. Shantakaram bhujaka shayanam padmanabham suresham vishwadharam gagana sadrisham. See, vishwadharam gagana sadrisham. So, the understanding about ourself, understanding about our system is very important. So, we somehow, we have lost. We are not being informed right now because we are improved people. Technology wise, we have got so many improvement. So many developments are taking place. But why can't we learn this knowledge? I don't understand. But Bhagavan gives because they are become victim of their karma phala. Then the people who have received the knowledge, they have to give it to the world. That's what, therefore we are doing the job. Because people suffer, doesn't matter how intelligent they are, how wealthy they are, how healthy they are, doesn't matter, they suffer. The person who is wealthy enough, he also suffers. The person who won the Mr. India, he also suffers. I'm not talking about only Mr. India. So Mr. World or Mr. Universe or Miss Universe, they also suffer. The person who is very intelligent, he also suffers. And we are not able to find the solutions. Whatever the inventions we are finding in the form of solutions, they become or they generate another problem for us. Like polythene. So when we invented polythene, it was so useful and people started using the polythene have become one portion or main portion of our life because we are not able to find the substitution for that. Therefore, the human beings, we work a lot, we make lots of effort, but when we are lacking the knowledge about the self, all the efforts becomes meaningless. Finally, life ends with a confusion. The people are not able to find a sense, means a meaning of the life. They don't find life is meaningful. The people said, one old man said, life is cheating others. All of us, we are cheaters. In some way, even a very good soul also becomes a cheater. Yes, of course, but if you are provided the knowledge of Shastra, you will come to know. Atmanastu kamayam sarvam priyam bhavati. Yes, of course, everybody is utter selfish people. But it doesn't mean that they are cruel people. The selfishness should be understood properly. Yes, I would like to live a happy life. It doesn't mean I should disturb others. I can work for my happiness and as well as others' happiness too. That is the motto of Shastra. And Bhagavad Gita especially, which has been given or which has a proper construction, chapter by chapter, words by words, and even the line by line, word by word. What I mean, every word is a proper construction. It takes a person from below to the top level. The person who is in the beginning level, who doesn't know even what exactly the life is. Though Arjuna was given when he was in the battlefield, but this Bhagavad Gita, it would have been given to him before coming to the battlefield or in the young age itself. His life would have been something different. Then you may ask the questions, then why Bhagavan Krishna didn't give him? There where we need to have answers. Why the knowledge of Shastra is not given to the youngsters? Because it needs certain maturity. But in ancient time, all Gurukulas were teaching this. So every individual was taught this Vidya. Therefore, they could continue their life with a clarity. Even if you continue with the clarity from Shastra, you will face the problem that is the Prarabdha. Shastra accepts it. Every day you have to face your own karma pala. The result of karma pala, which has begun already, called prarabdha. We have to face our prarabdha. So you have to face your prarabdha. Your son has to face his prarabdha. Everyone who is born in this world has to face his prarabdha. But a knowledge which helps to face the prarabdha potentially is Bhagavad Gita. The first Shatkam which gives complete data about individual aspects. And these data are given in 3 topics: Jiva Swarupam, Karma Yogam, Atma Prayatnam. Self-efforts. Jiva Swarupa means a true nature about an individual, or the knowledge of true nature of an individual. Then Karma part, Karma Yoga. Karma part means the individual is endowed with karma. So all details about karma was given in the 3rd, 4th, 5th chapter. Then finally, the individual effort, Atma Prayatnam, was given as the 6th chapter, which is also known as a meditation. Meditation means what? Contemplation. Then this contemplation is not like the meditation which prescribed by Patanjali Maharshi. Patanjali Maharshi, it's a separate, a small text called Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which includes Patanjali Yoga Sutra too. This meditation is open eye meditation. Means life is converted into a contemplative activity. That's what Dhyana Yoga, the first portion, so which gives complete knowledge about an individual person. Then the second portion means second Shatkam, which begins from the chapter 7 to 12. He talks about completely 2 aspects, Ishvara Tattvam and Jagat Tattvam. Jagat means what? The world. The world means what? The 5 elemental aspects. The world which is made up of 5 elements. Now, my dear, because world also can be divided gross, subtle and causal level. Gross world, which is known as Prakriti Karyam. That Prakriti Karyam to be understood, because science is to break everything to find the cause of this world, entire universe. The cause is to be found for the sake of welfare of a human being. If we are able to find the cause of the creation, we can improve our quality of the life. That's what the intention. Science keep on digging, but Bhagavad Gita, it gives in different way. Therefore, Jnana Vijnana Yoga, the knowledge which is supported by all kinds of secret knowledge. It talks about death, it talks about birth, and it talks about the existence of the world, the power which helps the world to function, the power which is divided into 2 categories, Prakriti Tattva and Ishvara Tattva. And Prakriti Tattva means what? Maya. The second Shatkam of Bhagavad Gita, which deals with the world and Ishvara, beautifully done. The establishment which is panoramic. You know what does it mean? Panoramic means bringing all the scenes in one shot, one picture. So Bhagavan Krishna is very thorough in it. He brings all the aspects of the world, creation, the secret of the world. An individual also is not kept away from that. Akshara Brahma Yoga, the name of the 8th chapter, which deals about the world hereafter. It talks about death, and after the death what will happen. It's very rare to find. Garbhopanishad, it speaks something about an individual. But Bhagavan Krishna, he specifies there are 2 kinds of paths after the death. Shukla Krishna Marga. And he talks about also Nirgatihi, Agatihi. There is no marga at all for a spiritual person. It gives options. In the 9th chapter, he brings the knowledge which is king among the secrets. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam. Then in the 10th chapter, he brings the Mahima, the glories of the Ishvara. So in which he constructed the three levels of understandings. These three levels, they just introduces, God as a creator, then God as the world, then God as a substratum, which doesn't undergo the modifications. The two levels, actually, God is to be realized in the three levels, three steps, but two steps are given, explained in this second Shatkam. Today, I am not starting or beginning the 13th chapter. No. We will begin the 13th chapter, but we have to see, we have to know the glory which we have completed. We have to become aware about the chapters which we have completed. From 7 to 12th chapter. 12th chapter is the concluding chapter of the 7th Shatkam. Like when you complete receiving knowledge about the individual self, the dhyana, Atma Dhyana was the concluding chapter, which is in the form of meditation. In the same way, when you conclude learning about Ishvara and the world, the chapter concludes with bhakti. Bhakti is also a meditation. That previous meditation also is included in it. Now the meditation becomes universal. You can meditate yourself being in the form of the world and creation. You are not away from the creation. You are not a part of creation. You become the creation. That is Vishwarupa Ishvara Darshanam. When you accept that God is nothing but everything, then the meditation is taking a vast, a broad era, means dimension. That's what happened with the second Shatkam. We completed in the last session, which was known as Bhakti Yoga. When you understand about yourself, you are very pleasant. I mean, you become very calm and quiet. Now, there are two kinds of knowledge which we have completed. The knowledge about individual personality and the knowledge about collective personality, which is known as Ishvara. Now we have completed Jiva portion and Ishvara's portion. In the second Shatkam, Ishvarasya Swarupam, Ishvarasya Anugraham, Ishvarasya Bhakti. So all these things have been completed. Now we are about to begin. The topic is known as Asi Padartha Visheshaha, the portion which talks about equation. Equation means what? The oneness of two aspects. What are the two aspects? Jiva and Ishvara. And this chapter is very important chapter. From this chapter up to the chapter number 18, we are going to see Jiveshwara Swarupa Aikyam, then Jnana Yoga, which is the means of this equation, then Sadguna Sampattihi. So these are the main topics which are going to be dealt in the third Shatkam, the Shatkam which is known as Asipada Visheshaha. Okay, you should not forget Mahavakya has got only three words. One is Tat Tvam Asi. Tvam means an individual, Tat means collective consciousness, Asi means are. You are that. Means Tvam Tadasi. So this sentence has to be given a little bit more explanation. We will continue with that. This is going to be the climax. The third Shatkam is the climax. It's a long climax, okay, but it's the climax of our life. So once you are traveling and you are enjoying this climax, climax means the knowledge which unfolds all the knots of two portions. Why Jiva is acting like that? Why Ishvara is like that? Why Shastra is emphasizing on certain topics like Maya and like Karma Phala? So why these all knots are created? All knots will be removed and released from this chapter. We will enjoy and will also assimilate properly with the grace of Lord Venkateshwara. We will continue from next session. Hari Om. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।